This is Yemanya and it is Friends Friday. And so I get to sit here with my friend. I'm out here in Boulder, Colorado right now, and this is a dear sister friend of mine, Angela LaRue. And she is a Christologist, which means she works with crystals and uses them as a healing practitioner, and among many other things. I have her programmed into my phone as Boulder Healing Queen. Her work is amazing. And so she actually manufactures and distributes these things called Orgone generators. Now, she's going to go much more in depth into what those are, but what I can see for myself, what I need the Orgone generator for, is we're constantly being bombarded by EMF waves from the computer and from all the internet and from our telephones, as well as the smart meters, as well as the electrical fields. And the Orgone generator, actually, you place these in your home or in your office or on your computer to allow you to kind of deplete. Here's a picture, here's one of them. So you can see the picture here. It actually helps to dissipate these energy fields so that you're actually working in a clear consciousness within yourself, so that you're able to access more of your internal wisdom without being bombarded by all these outside things manipulating and discharging the information that you're trying to receive. So Angela right now is holding up these Orgone generators, and so I'm really excited because I really want her to start talking about these. Angela, thank you so much for doing this with me today. I really appreciate it. And so, tell me a little bit about, well, I know that that you actually have done a lot of research and development on these Orgone generators, that you actually manufacture and distribute these. So tell me a little bit about the scientific background of these Orgone generators, and then what is an Orgone generator? What is it?
The original work was actually discovered, developed, engineered by Wilhelm Reich, starting in the 1940s. He was working on his work around the same time as Sigmund Freud and Jung were doing their work. Einstein was doing his, and Tesla was doing his. And these gentlemen were all contemporaries, and they all graduated from the university in Vienna, which at the time was the leading university in the world. And they all migrated to America, where they did their most profound life-changing work. And we are literally living in a world that, and at an understanding level, that was engineered by these gentlemen and the weight of their accomplishments in their life. And Wilhelm Reich originally worked with Sigmund Freud, understanding basically human psychosis and all the issues that we had. And through that work, he discovered that our dis-ease and our fear, our anxiety, our stress caused damage in the human body, which led to all types of skin afflictions, tumors, cancer, etc. And eventually he branched off from Sigmund Freud, because while Freud still was dealing with it from a mental level, kind of a therapy coaching, how can we solve this, he realized that it was creating disease in the human body. And so he really kind of moved more towards what Nikola Tesla was doing with understanding a frequency. Our emotions create frequency. In fact, the beautiful Yemanya is wearing a Solfeggio frequency necklace right now that's producing 528 hertz, which is the exact frequency of love. And we can figure out what all these frequencies are. There's machines we can hook up to people, show them photographs that make them have certain emotions, and then we can record the frequency of those emotions. And so that's actually how we know what the frequencies of human emotions are. So Wilhelm Reich's original work was building Orgone boxes, collectors, and it's basically mixing different types and lengths of metals, which act as antennas, with single long chain organics in multiple layers. That work is not particularly safe anymore, because there's been over 250 nuclear explosions on this planet, and so part of what an Orgone collector box is collecting is literally radiation. And so it wasn't until the 1970s when Don and Carol Croft Carol Croft was a mineralogist and crystallologist like myself, were able to figure out that by putting a crystal, a single quartz crystal, into the Orgone matrix, they were able to stabilize and transmute the energy that was coming in. And that's what first formed the Orgone generator. And
so there's crystals inside of this, and it looks, if you can see, it looks like there's a wire mesh inside with crystals, and there's like a wire spiral that moves through the back. Can you tell me a little bit about what the formation of that and why it's created in that way?
This is actually a hybrid unit. It's in a serpent coil, so it looks like a spiral, but it's actually a serpent's, serpent. And in the center, it runs through a large quartz generator, and then it has kind of a tongue or a tip on it, which is an apophyllite stone, and mineralogists will understand what frequency that's putting out. This is actually kind of breaking work that we're doing. I don't want to talk too much about the internal secrets that are going on inside of here, but there's a lot of things enmeshed in this coil that you cannot see. Now this moves energy in a toroid pattern, so it's pulling in from the base and it's producing it up and out like this, and that energy cascades down around and back up, and so it's pulling all these EMFs from things in our house that our house produces, things that our culture and our society produces, running them through this coil, cleansing those energies, and it's putting it back out as life force energy, which a lot of us call chi or prana. Tesla called it radiant energy, but it's the animating life force that helps us be sentient beings and not an inanimate object that has no consciousness. I think some of the modern work is calling it like the Higgs boson. It's like the God spark. So it's the energy that animates the universe, and that's what these really do. Is they're kind of cleaning it up, like we would take a shower, exfoliate our skin, and get nice and clean and sparkly. That's exactly what Orgone generators are doing to the life force energy around us.
So where would we put this? What's the best use for this particular type of Orgone generator?
This is literally designed to just sit in your house. It's large enough you could put your glass of water on it. Water that's charged with Orgone energy is bringing life force and vitality into your body. Ones that are around this size, we're using to set on microwaves, computers, bedside, these are basically all these different types of metals in here are antennas, and every different size and type of metal is attracting a different frequency. So we're pulling out, cell phone waves, UVs, X-rays, anything that vibrates at a specific frequency. And so literally our air is a soup of vibration. So even your engine is producing tons of different types of frequencies. A lot of these frequencies are not harmonic, they're disharmonic frequencies. And disharmonic frequencies put disharmonic vibrations into our cells, which is disruptive and lowers our immune system, makes our emotions more troubled, makes us more sensitive and receptive to lower emotions like anxiety and anger and fear. So a lot of what Orgone generators do is they help stabilize the atmosphere into a place where we feel peaceful and calm and at ease, and there's more emotional space between us and other people. So if somebody came in upset into our home, we have more of a space before that energy actually affects us, which means we have choice, meaning we can choose to not be affected, instead stay in a loving, supportive place for the other person.
So I have a question. You said, one of the things you said was to be able to place this by your bed. How does that affect sleep? Will it help sleep? Can it affect your sleep?
Yes. The first couple days you have one by your bedside. Reports that I'm getting is a lot of people get so energized by these that they actually have a hard time sleeping. Then they adjust to it, and they sleep deeper, more solid. They spend more time in REM sleep, and they have more vivid dreams. Astral travelers report being able to astral project easier.
Yeah. I think I know a lot of people, because of what we're being bombarded with all the time have a really hard time with sleeping. I find a lot of my clients are struggling with that aspect of things. But I wanted to bring attention to this. What do you call these ones?
These specifically are called holy hand grenades, and that kind of comes from the Monty Python skit.
You have to see this. There's like an incredible layer of these. It looks like
It's
azurite, not azurite.
calcite,
Calcite,
lapis lazuli,
lapis.
amazonite,
All these different kinds of
citrine,
crystals, yeah,
and selenite.
and metals. It's amazing. With the large coil that goes down the center. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So holy hand grenade. Holy grand hand grenade, yes. Batman.
And that's exactly what they do. If anybody's been in my home, it's a pretty happy place, and very peaceful and sacred place. So this is a very specific recipe, and we have done 4 years of research and testing on the mineralogy to come up with the exact recipe for this to produce certain effects, which assist the evolution of consciousness.
Perfect. I like those. I want one of these for my house. I'm going to get one of these. So Angela has an amazing display of all these different types of Solfeggio frequency, which is like the one that I'm wearing right here, which is beautiful, as well as different colors and sparkles. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the sparkles in this. It's incredible. I think I'm going to just do a scan of the whole table so you can see it at the end.
Yeah, it's actually not showing up very well on the camera.
But if there's anything else that you feel like you need to add about these Orgone generators, I feel like these are going to be such an important aspect of everybody's home, especially in the near future, if not right now, so that we can recalibrate our emotions, so that we can recalibrate the way that we are thinking, so we can recalibrate and raise our consciousness without the frequency bombardment that we're living in right now. And so that's why I really wanted to make sure that you guys got this information while I was doing my Facebook Lives for my Friends Friday. And let me just scan the table real quick. See if I can switch this. There. So she has pendants here, all different kinds of chains and different kinds of shapes of the structure of the wiring. Here are the hand grenades and the Solfeggio frequency pendants, or you hold them actually, you can hold these, as well as kyanite and other pendants that are up here. Those look like Orgone generator pendants. Mm-hmm. And all of these lovely displays up here. She has incredible work. I highly recommend that you check out her website when you get a chance. Oh, here's her wand. Yeah. So I highly recommend you check out her website. I'm going to flip this around for a second. Here we go. So this is her website right here. Oops, it looks like it's coming out backwards. What does it say? It?
It's www.crystalarrays, ARRAYS, crystalarrays.com.
And it's Angela LaRue, crystalarrays.com. Coming to you live from Boulder, having a beautiful time. Thank you so much for your divine wisdom and gifts that you bring to the community here and to the rest of the world. You're a truly beautiful, beautiful person, and I'm so blessed to be able to have an acquaintance with you and to play with you in the magic of the universe.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Aloha.